Hello students, welcome to Shiv Jyoti Educational Group Kota. Myself Jigyasha Prajapati presenting here class 6 Computer Science video lectures of chapter 7 Algorithms and Flowcharts. Students, in the previous video of this chapter we have learned about algorithms, flowcharts and symbols of flowchart. Today we will cover flowchart examples and loop. So open your computer book at page number 74 and come on the first flowchart example. First, flowchart to find the multiplication of two numbers like 25 and 35. Students, you can also take another number. So, to start the flowchart, first we have to draw the start box. This is your start box, and then to take the input of two numbers, we have to write read 25, read 35 in the input box. We have already learned the symbols of flowchart. This is your start box and this is the symbol of input box to take the input. So, here we have to write read 25, read 35, and between the two symbols we have to draw the flow line to connect one symbol to another symbol. Okay. Next, to find the multiplication, we have to write the formula of the multiplication. Here we have write product. Product is a synonym of the multiplication. Okay. So, we have to write product equal to 25 multiplied by 35. Okay. This step we have to write in the process box because this is the formula of multiplication. Next, print product. Students, to print the output of the multiplication of this step, we have to write the print product in the output box. This is the output box, and in the last, to end the flowchart, we have to draw the stop box. This is your stop box to end the flowchart. Now we will move to our next example of flowchart, which is flowchart to find the average of three numbers. Students, to find the average of three numbers, first we require the three numbers. And in the formula of average, first we have to calculate the sum of three numbers and then divide the sum of three number by the 3. So, to start the flowchart, again we have to draw the start symbol. Then to take the input of three number A, B, C, we have to write read A, comma B, comma C in the input box. This is your input box symbol. Next, to find out the average, we have to write S equal to A plus B plus C, which is the sum of A plus B plus C, divide by 3. So, this is the formula of average which we have to write in the process box. This is your process box, and then we have to print the output of the average. Okay. So, we have to write print S in the output box. This is your output box, and in the last, to end the flowchart, we have to draw the stop box. So, this is the symbol of stop box. So, student, this is the way to draw a flowchart for find the average of the three numbers. Now, we will move to our next example, which is flowchart to calculate area of a square. Students, square is the shape which has 4 equal sides. Okay. So, we have to take only single input here. So, now start the flowchart. To start the flowchart, again we have to draw the start box. This is your start box. Next, to take the input read A, we have to draw the input box. Next we have to calculate the area of the square. So, what is the formula to calculate the area of a square is A into A, which is side of square. So, we have to write area equal to A multiplied by A. This is the sign of multiplication, and this formula we have to write in the process box. Next, to print the output of area, we have to write print area in the output box. This is your output box, and in last, to end the flowchart, we have to draw the stop box. Okay. So, this is the way to calculate the area of a square using the flowchart. Now, we will move to our next example, flowchart to find the greater between two numbers. Students, here we have to find the greater number between the two numbers. So, to find the greater number, we have two conditions, students. Maybe our input number equal. If I have number A and number B, maybe both number are equal, or it may be possible that number A is greater than B or number B is greater than A. Okay. So, let us start. To start the flowchart, we have to draw the start box. Next, to take the input, we have to write read A and B in the input box. Next, we have to check the condition if our number A is equal to B. So for the condition we have to draw the decision box. Okay. So decision box is a symbol which is used to take the decision. Okay. If our number A is equal to B, then we will move to the true part. Then we will move to the true part. This is your true part, and then we will display this statement, both numbers are equal. Okay. So both A and B are equal, then we have to display both numbers are equal. But in the case when A is not equal to B, then we have to move this side, which is the false part of the condition. Then here we have another condition. In this condition we have to check, is your number A is greater than B. If our number A is greater than B, then we have to move to the true part or yes part, and we have to print A is greater. Okay, because A is greater. And if our condition is false, it means A is not greater than B, then we have to move in the no part, or we can say in the false part, and we have to print on the screen B is greater. Okay. And when this process is completed, then to end the flow chart we have to draw the stop box. So student, this is the way to draw a flow chart to find the greater between the two numbers. Now we will move to our next topic, which is loop. A loop is a mechanism in which a task can be performed many times. So students, if you want to repeat a task many number of times, you can use the loop. To keep a check of how many times a loop is repeated, a counter is set up. So if you count how many times a process is repeated, a task is repeated, then you have to use a counter. Okay. A counter is a variable which counts the number of times a process is repeated. So counter is a variable which counts the number of times a process is repeated. Loop means repetition of a statement, as I told you, until a condition is met. It is also called iterative statements. It means, students, loop is repeated again and again until a condition is met. So if you want to print the numbers from 1 to 10, then we have to put a condition that our number is less than or less than equal to 10. Then our program will print the number from 1 to 10. Now we will see the example of loop here. See student, this is the example, a flow chart to print we have to type the we have to example a flow chart to print computer 10 times. So we have to print this computer word 10 times. We have this flow chart to print the computer word 10 times. Here, to start the flow chart, again we have the start box symbol, and then we have write A equal to computer. So here computer word is assigned into the variable A. Okay. Next we initialize count variable, count equal to 1. So here count store 1 value. Next print A. So this print A statement print the computer word on your screen. Then we have to check the condition. We have to check the value of count. Here the condition is count is less than equal to 10. Yes student, in starting we have the value of count is equal to 1. So this condition is true because the value of count, which is 1, is less than equal to 10. Okay. Now we will move, as a condition is true, so we will move in the true part of this condition, and then we have next step, which is count equal to count plus 1. In the previous we have count value is equal to 1. Now the value will be 1 plus 1 equal to 2, which 2 assigned into the count variable. So now the value of count become 2. Okay. And then again command move to this statement print A. So print A, this statement print the computer on your screen. We will see. To understand the flow chart, we can see here, you can see count equal to 1. When count equal to 1, The next statement is print A. This print A statement print the computer on your screen. This is computer. Okay, then check the condition, is count is equal and is count is less than equal to 10. Our condition is true because the value of count is 1 and which is less than equal to 10. So, condition is true. We will move to the true part. Here we have a statement count equal to count plus 1. So, what is the value of count? It is 1 from here, and 1 plus 1 become 2. So, here count will become 2. So, we have to write count equal to 2, and again this statement print A, which print the computer on your screen second time. This process will be repeated till the count become 10. When your count become 10, then this condition is also true because here the condition is count is less than equal to 10. So, this condition is true when count equal to 10, and then we will move to the true part. Here count equal to count plus 1. So, 10 plus 1 will become 11, and then print A, it will print computer on your screen, and then again move to the decision box. This is your decision box. Here again we have to check the condition, is count is less than equal to 10, and we can also already seen here count become 11. So, condition is false because 11 is not less than equal to 10. So, our condition become false. We will move to the stop box. So, this is the way to check this is the way to print the computer 10 times using the flow chart. Now, we will see this stop box and the flow chart. So, students, I hope you have understood these examples of flowchart and the loop. Thank you, students. Have a nice day.